Scrabble fans, it's your director of fun, Mike Quackenbush, back here. It's Free Match Monday once again, and I've got your podcast to go-go. You know, we won't be back in Haverhill, Massachusetts until the month of October, but I miss it so much. We're gonna flash back right now to the Ocean Walker.
Good evening, everybody. It's Mike Quackenbush and Leonard F. CHIKARA from Haverhill, Massachusetts. I tell you what, when the complete card was released for this evening's event, if there was a match I was really looking forward to seeing, this is certainly high on that list. Drew Gulak and Mr. Touchdown. We got just a taste of what it's like when these two lock up when we were in South Windsor, Connecticut. Tonight, they go at it one-on-one for the challenge of the Immortals.
Absolutely, and Touchdown coming into this contest. He hasn't had the best singles record lately, but luckily those singles matches he's been having were not part of Challenge of the Immortals. This one is. He's coming in representing Dasher's Dugout in the lead with 10 points. Drew Gulak, on the other hand, his gentleman's club. He's not the captain, but he certainly represents it proudly with that shirt he was just wearing. They've only got 6. There's an opportunity for Gulak to get the gentleman's club back up in the rankings here in Challenge of the Immortals.
Yeah, they desperately need a point here. They got to get out of the basement. These two have a terrific amateur wrestling background. I suspect that we will see that come into play. I give a slight power advantage to Mr. Touchdown in this one, the experience edge to Gulak. They tie up here. Nice and firm collar and elbow tie up as they jockey for position. They're ending up here in the turnbuckle. Referee Bryce Remsburg will call for the break.
Oh, he took the headband off him.
Bit of a grin there across the face of Gulak.
You know, we've mentioned this before. A lot of times when we see Drew Gulak in these matches, a lot of times he starts off with a smile on his face, a little bit more of a pleasant demeanor, and as the match goes on, that smile goes away, and he just gets more and more aggressive as the contest goes on, and we're going to see a little bit of a feeling out process between these two. No real rivalry, no hatred between these two. It's going to be the spirit of competition, which is what I love in wrestling.
Man, so quick. Touchdown with that takedown, taking him down again. Drew was so fast to the sit-out, Mark didn't even get to complete the takedown, and Drew was already sitting out. Now he's just going to try and ride him here a little bit. You're not going to pick up points like you were in collegiate-style wrestling. And he just wanted his headband back.
Oh, did he tickle him to get that back? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. That would surprise me, I have to admit. If Mr. Touchdown did that,
watching his best of Jervis Cottonbelly.
Mm-hmm. The feeling out process here is well begun. Collar and elbow tie up once again. Cross chest to the half Nelson. He spins through and he's got a cravat expertly executed here by Drew Gulak.
Gulak with the wide base, continually moving with that as he feels Touchdown, trying to maneuver his way out of the cravat.
Yeah, a difficult move to counter out of here. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see Touchdown try and flip his way out of it. He is so agile, is Touchdown. He will surprise you. Perfectly capable of doing a backflip. We oftentimes see him do that in the midst of a string of shoulder tackles that he likes to use in the corner. Once again here, thought they were looking for it. No, look at Gulak digging in there. He's got control of the wrist, trying to drive with his knee. What a great move. He wasn't able to get the takedown. He was able to get a wrist lock out of it, though, and Touchdown showing off his speed. Turns it right around, and he's looking for a toe and ankle, driving his left knee in against, and he's going to crank. Yep, look at this. Perfect form from these two guys. Not a single mistake.
Angela said one of the most well-rounded competitors. He really can do pretty much everything inside in the wrestling ring, but the longer this stays on the canvas, I think the longer it's going to favor Drew Gulak. If there's anyone who knows an escape to any hold you can think of, maybe even you, Mike, it's Drew Gulak.
I certainly remember from my days being active in the ring. I spent many more hours actually training with Drew in the ring than I ever did. You might see on DVD or anywhere else. He's a real pleasure to lock up with because he's just so very skillful, and he really likes to test you. I've always enjoyed that about watching Drew wrestle and being in the ring with him. I don't doubt one bit here that he's going to be every bit the test that Mr. Touchdown is looking for. what's interesting about this is we often talk about Touchdown's power game, but we overlook the fact that he has an outstanding amateur wrestling background as well. And I'm really intrigued to see him go hold for hold with Drew here. Fabulous looking hip toss. Picture perfect. Not even good for a 1 count, as these two guys, neither guy really wants to make a mistake. Look at this.
Side headlock rolls him through. I couldn't tell who had the better of that one. I would have guessed it would have been Angelicetti.
Yep.
With Gulak's shoulders on the canvas. Supposed the other way around, but he had to be careful not to have his shoulders on the canvas in that predicament.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that.
Oh, there's that headlock takeover I love so much.
Yep, harder over the hips, just like you see it done in judo. Look at this there. That's exactly what... I don't know if you can tell you, that arm is being bent the wrong way. I don't know if you can see how that's being flexed there. Very, very, very painful. Yep, and he's going to try and wrap that behind his head there. Many, many moons ago, there was a wrestler in Michinoku Pro that called that Game of Death, when you would bend the arm the incorrect direction and put the other one all the way behind the head.
Bryce right there getting a perfect view to see if Angelicetti's shoulders are on the canvas.
Able to hold his shoulders down there. They got the finger lace. Fans, you're really being treated to an outstanding wrestling contest to kick off today's card. Unusually long card for Chikara here today. We got 8 on the bill. And yeah, so many matches I'm intrigued to see today, especially this one. Look at the phenomenal back bridge of Mark Angelicetti there. Freakish!
I mentioned before, if this match continues on the mat, it's going to favor Drew Gulak. If this comes to power, while Drew Gulak, underrated in the power category himself, he is not going to be able to match power with Angelicetti, who instead of monkey flipping him over, just kicked him over.
No, all he had to do was slough him off. The minute that the weight shifted like that, that's all he had to do. No wasted movement here from Angelicetti. Now it's a back bridge to Gulak, and he's got a great back bridge too. You see Touchdown trying to break him down there, just like Drew was doing a moment ago, right? Going to come inside the thighs with the bridge there, and you got to be very careful there, because you go a little too high, you're going to open yourself up for Mexican catapult. No, Touchdown's just breaking him down here, man. Really rough.
There you saw Drew tried to monkey flip him off, but this time he gets it. Both men have their shoulders down.
Look at this Touchdown. Staying up high on his bridge. Drew's shoulders are resting.
He's going to wonder how long Angelicetti was going to be able to hold that bridge.
Tell you what, that little exchange right there reminded me of Tiger Mask and the original Dynamite Kid himself. The way they used to go back and forth with those monkey flips and back bridges, they would always stay connected. Both guys really tentative here to lock up. Nobody wants to make a mistake. Side headlock to Gulak here. Be careful. You got to be real careful not to keep too narrow of a base when you're in there with a guy stronger than you. He can lift you right up and suplex you from that position.
That's exactly what Gulak has here as Angelicetti's trying to maneuver him back into the ropes. Pushes him off, pushes him up, and over goes Gulak.
Wow, right behind from the waist lock. Tried to ankle lock him. Touchdown tumbles right out of harm's way there. He was not even able to secure that hold. These guys really going counter for counter here. A real joy it is to watch two technicians like these two fine young athletes.
One more time, right to the knuckle lock, these two go. Temper's not flaring yet. You're still seeing a lot of feeling out process, and no one man has had a clear advantage so far in this contest.
Power advantage here, clearly. Touchdown's got a little bit of upper body strength on Drew. Turned that knuckle lock upside down. Drew's really in a tough spot here. He's coming inside. Great looking iron cross, Northern Lights suplex. He kept control, Touchdown's got him. Fireman's carry.
You saw Drew try to land on his feet with that one, but wasn't able to rotate over enough and allowed Angelicetti to continue the hold and keep Gulak right where he wants him on the canvas. Gulak doing his best to keep his shoulders off the canvas, and nice escape there by Gulak.
Tell you what, you don't see a whole lot of guys come out of an overhand wrist lock and come up with a head scissor, but Drew Gulak just did it. Arm drags Angelicetti down to the mat, barring the arm right now. Advantage here to Gulak, if only for the moment. Real seesaw contest, back and forth action from these two guys.
Angelicetti sends Gulak off. Both men duck. Both men were thinking the same thing. And again, they were both thinking the same thing as they both went for drop kicks. And Gulak backs himself up into a neutral corner.
Putting the brakes on. Gonna slow down that pace again. I'm sure these guys realize, man, you make one mistake, especially given the caliber of opponent they are up against today, this match will end. Fans really enjoying what they're seeing here today. Solid display of professional wrestling here at St. Joseph's. Show of sportsmanship to be followed here by another collar and elbow tie. Back to a neutral start here with only momentary. Probably start to see some of the differences in their style shine through here. Drew Gulak not afraid to call upon some of the British and German wrestling styles. I think you'll see less of that. More of the American style from Touchdown.
Those series of headbutt strikes to the sternum by Gulak. Taking an extra second or two here as he's controlling the left arm of Angelicetti.
Yeah, look how he's torqued the wrist of Touchdown there. Touchdown's he's reaching up, looking like he's going to try and grab his wrist. We were talking about Michinoku Pro a moment ago, right? Jinsei Shinzaki's smiling somewhere. Hakushi, as he was known in the WWF.
When do you see Drew Gulak do this ever?
Now.
All right.
Touchdown, I thought, was looking up, trying to was going to maybe grab that other wrist and yank him down. That's exactly what he's looking for. He was able to counter it.
He was waiting for Drew to make that step from one buckle to the other. That's what he was waiting for.
Well done, Mr. Touchdown. Great looking defensive game from a guy we often talk about how good he is on offense. Once again, rough looking overhand wrist lock there. He is wrenching that for all it's worth.
And Gulak's got that his other arm up, and you saw him trying to negotiate himself back up. Maybe he was trying for that head scissors again to get out of the hold. Either way, he's up to his feet. Shot to the midsection, and a big chop by Gulak.
Boy, you don't want to get the dander of either of these two guys up. They both have tempers, and they will hit hard. Touchdown trying to cover up there. I think he thought Drew was coming at him with another strike. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Here comes Drew. Clothesline City. Look at that. You see a disgusted look on the part of Gulak. Russian sickle to the back of the head.
And I hate to say the game plan is off for Gulak, but...
Whoa, look at this. He just got under him like he's a tackling dummy.
Touchdown.
Wow. So very, very close, right? We talked about that one mistake. You just saw Drew Gulak make it. He got thrust up into the air like he was a tackling dummy at football practice, and then that small package from Touchdown just came out of nowhere.
Now Angelicetti back in control here, picking Gulak up. We've seen Gulak change his strategy up from the mat game to more of a striking game, more of an impact game. Now both men jockeying for position on that waist lock, and again, neither man with a clear advantage. Gulak, fireman's carry perhaps.
He's got to center him a little bit more. Could make the arm and legger out of it. He's going to cycle him up here. Wow, very rare hold. Unusual that you see this variant of the cycling Yahoo here in the United States. He's got a cloverleaf in there. Extremely rare submission, also very, very difficult to escape from because of the way your left arm is pinned to the mat. You can't turn over, you can't rotate to escape. You'll pull your shoulder out of the socket.
Look at Gulak just wrenching back on that, and that allowed Angelicetti to slip his body through.
Yeah, he really had to wiggle his way out of it. And Touchdown's not a guy who normally has to wiggle out a hole. He just powers out. This one's really taking its toll on both competitors. Gulak fast to the ropes. Oh, high elevation with that spine buster. Stacked him up. Oh, and he got him. Great looking folding press. Came right inside. Had a half Nelson and made it work. Mr. Touchdown picks up a big, big win in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Mr. Touchdown versus Drew Gulak was the opening contest on our card, the Ocean Walker, and if that appetizer has whet your appetite, dive in deep and enjoy the full entree over at CHIKARAtopia.com.